Are you a bread lover and wanting to just make the best choice for yourself, the healthiest choice when it comes to bread? Stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing 2 of my top brands and also how to eat bread responsibly. Welcome to Tailored Health. I'm Taylor Wessel, nutritionist, and every week I pop on here to share a tip, tool, or technique that will help you be your healthiest self. Today we're talking all things bread. Now, I am not a big proponent of eating a lot of bread, but I also am not about restrictive diets where you are cutting out food groups, because when you put foods in the no-no category, that's always what you want. That's why the girls always go for the bad boy, right? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But the point is that you can incorporate healthy, wholesome breads into your diet every now and again as part, and keep on a healthy eating track. But it's about choosing the right types of bread and not going overboard with them. So when it comes to looking at the bread aisle, you do want to look for whole grains, 100% whole wheat if you can tolerate gluten. This means that all components of the grain, the bran, which is the fiber component, the germ, which is the nutritional component, has a lot of vitamin E, and the endosperm, which is the starch, all of those components are intact in a whole grain. Those are the whole grain, the whole 100% whole wheat breads. If you're looking at a white bread, most of those components have been removed, and all you're left with is the endosperm, which is the starch. That starch acts like a simple sugar in your bloodstream, causing insulin, your fat storage hormone, to be secreted and driving your blood sugar up, only to lead to a crash, to lead to you looking for another source of carbohydrates or sugar to bring you back up, and then you're on a blood sugar roller coaster for the day. The fiber that's contained in these whole grain breads will keep you more even-keeled and balanced, and regulate the amount of insulin, the fat storage hormone, that your pancreas secretes to help balance out your body. So it will help you with not only blood sugar control, but also weight, maintaining a normal, healthy weight loss perhaps, and staying full for longer. I recommend 2 different types of bread. Ezekiel by Food for Life, I'll link below to both of these brands, but Ezekiel is a sprouted wheat bread. The sprouting process brings the dormant grain back to life, so it's bursting with enzymes that will help your body to digest that grain. Now, this is okay if you can tolerate wheat, and if you don't have celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity, I would go for this type of bread. It's usually found in the frozen section because it is a live food. At your grocery store, you can find it at Whole Foods, and in the Midwest at Mariano's as well carries it. You might even find it at Jewel. I'm not sure what your grocery store is, but look in the frozen section for this Ezekiel bread. Because up to 70% of the population has a hard time breaking down gluten. And this is according to Dr. Tom O'Brien. If you wanted to check the source on that, he does a lot of work with gluten and this type of sensitivity. I recommend going for more or less a gluten-free bread. But the problem is so many of the gluten-free products on the market are loaded with crap ingredients, extra sugars to make them kind of starchy and that texture that you so desire, because gluten is the protein component of wheat that makes bread stretchy and malleable. So they have to mock that in gluten-free bread when you remove it, and sugar is real sticky and gives that same kind of texture. So these gluten-free products will often have extra sugar, binders, fillers. It's trying to be something that it's not. So the one brand that I've found that does a really good job, it's tasty and the ingredients are pretty clean, is Canyon Bakehouse. Again, I'll link below. But it tastes so good. It's almost, I would say, preferred to the glutinous breads just because it has such a good texture. And I would actually look for the heritage variety. The pieces of bread are a little bit thicker and bigger and just super hearty. So there you have it, the two breads that I recommend, either the Food for Life Ezekiel bread, if you can tolerate gluten, or going for the gluten-free Canyon Bakehouse bread, which you might just want to switch to anyways because you might not know you're reacting to gluten. And truth be told, many people that react to gluten don't actually have the digestive disturbance. It's actually brain disturbance that they have. And you wouldn't necessarily notice that. So it's memory loss or just not being as quick on your feet. So you might want to try going gluten-free for a period of time and then reintroducing it back in to just test and see if you are truly sensitive to it. When you remove something for a while and reintroduce, that's when your body is primed for it and you'll have a stronger reaction. I hope this helped clear up the confusion on bread. Also, if you're going to incorporate bread, I would do just 1, maybe 2 slices a day and not every single day. You want to rotate your foods, and having too many bread products, flour products, can contribute to fluid retention, weight gain. So you want to do this when you're really craving bread and then kind of leave it when you're not. I would recommend trying to cut back on these as much as possible, but not to limit yourself where you're putting yourself in a fad diet or restrictive category. Give this video a like if it helped you. Comment below, have you tried these different bread products, and what's your favorite go-to when it comes to a whole grain or even just a really tasty bread that also is healthy? And subscribe to my station if you liked this infomercial on breads or kind of breaking down the details on bread and want more tips or tools such as these. I'm coming to you every week with something new and just little bite-sized pieces that you can grasp and start incorporating into your regime to just feel that little bit better. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.